Firstly, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. This is my very first virtual book club. Excuse me if I get a little bit flustered or I start rambling because I do tend to do that. Um, my name is Dave Devitt. I am one of the co-creators of Behavioral Health and Wellness Center VR, and I wanted to start by reading a great book that I actually have read twice. I'm looking over here because I'm cheating so I can remind myself what to say as the first book club. As it goes on, I'm sure I'm going to get better. Um, I've read this book twice, and it has helped me stay on track and continue on the path of sobriety and enlightenment. So there's nothing like a book that you're able to gain something from. I'll probably read it a third time. Uh, this book is focused on positive energy, is what it is. And because of copyright laws, I can't read it page by page. But what I've done is I've highlighted a lot of the things in this book that has um that's inspiring to me, and I really want to share it with a lot of you guys, and I'm hoping the goodness you guys get something out of this. That's the whole point of this book club. Um, you are able This is a recorded thing as of now. We are going to once we get our VR platform up and running, then we'll be able to share things live with others. We'll be able to have all the support groups that we want to do, our exercise, everything that you see on our webpage here, that talks about it. So if you wish to donate, do not. This is not why I'm doing this for donations. I'm not even doing this for um, YouTube subscribers. You can subscribe if you wish. You can donate if you wish. We will have a donation button somewhere on the page if you feel that you wish to donate to the platform. The donations, as of now, they will go to development. Um, and we have development stages, so it's going to take a little bit. We do outreach now, as you can tell from our donation site and our actual website. um so if you wish to get a hold of us, you can do so. All the websites will be mentioned on the website. You can get a hold of our outreach supervisor, Michelle Devitt, my wife. If you wish to do any kind of donations of clothes, a lot of times we put things up on Amazon that like medical supplies, things like that, to help those who are needing, whether it be clothes, food, or some medical assistance. We do have a nurse on hand that just basic wound care. Um, with that in mind, with that said, let's get started and see how this goes. Again, my first one. My apologies if I ramble. See, um, and I got the book here, and I'm going to be looking down. So what I'm going to do is the stuff that I highlighted. I'm going to just read it and then talk about it and what I got out of it. Um, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll get the same thing out of it. For me, I've read this book twice, and let's say I've taken away maybe more than just a few things because I read it twice. But if you guys get something out of what I'm telling you today or in our future book readings, then that's a success. A lot of these books that I read, they give me, like I said, I take some things that I utilize that has helped me through life, and um, it's helped me with my sobriety as well, and just everyday occurrences in life, excuse me, where it has helped me. So let's go ahead and get started. And excuse me if I look away, just because I'm reading it, then I'll come back to the camera and I'll talk to you and give you my insight on and what I feel it's about. Okay, so the first thing here is reclaiming yourself and your power and who you are, who you truly are. Um, many of us forget that we have the power to shape our reality. Um, Basically, that means just like what it says, is you're in control of of your life. Nobody else, Nobody over here, nobody over there. None of your relatives, they can give you words of advice, but you know what? You are responsible for the way you live your life. You have the choice. You have the control, which I think if anything I took out of these books is that. Like if I'm in a bad mood or just somebody at work is just negative or whatever, I realize now that I could control myself and I could control these feelings that come about when that happens. I love that. So you could sit here and get mad, but you know what? I can control myself and just go, why am I getting mad? And there's, this person or that person, they're just trying to bring me down or this and that. So basically, with that said, it's just you have control. You have to understand that it's maybe it's not as easy as it's said, but once you get to that point, it's pretty cool. Um, okay, this place of being is not something that is reserved for a select few. I talked about that, I believe. It's accessible to anybody, anything, or not anything, anybody. Um, there goes one of my ramblings, faux pas. Um, so with that said, anybody can do this. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what you're about. It does not matter. This is for the entire globe, for humanity. With that said, it's real easy to comprehend that part, that it's for everybody, including you. All you need to do is open your mind to the possibility that there's another way to live your life and that there's a way to live a life that is filled with positive energy. So basically, that what that's saying to you is you have to realize that there is other possibilities to your life. You're not stuck in the life that you may be living now. That is not true at all, not even in the slightest. I know your situations could be bad depending on if you're in addiction, whether you lost uh, um, some things along the way, some personal, if you lost a loved one. Um, I did myself. I lost my son to an accidental overdose, and that's given me purpose for this whole platform, for what I'm doing. You don't have to lose a loved one to want to live this lifestyle because every day is a battle. Excuse me, because I'll get emotional. Um, when you go to work, it's a battle. When you get up, you might be in a bad mood. You don't want to get up. It's a battle. So you have to deal with the ups and downs of every day. And there is the possibility for you to live a much better life. Please understand that. That's a reality of the way things are. You're not stuck in it. You could start living that life that feels like it was designed specifically for you. Just like I said, if you want to live, like for me, I'm not looking to gain major success over this. I just want her to live a life that's specifically for me. I just would like, a roof over my the simple things in life for me are important to me. It's not the material things. It's my mind frame, it's my heart. It's when I go out and I see somebody, I smile at them. When I see somebody who's ill, I want to have compassion because I was numb to a lot of that. I was very egotistical in my 20s and 30s. It was just all about me. Um, and I know that that wasn't really me. What was me is to show love and compassion. That's what truly makes me happy. Um, is I can go out and make somebody smile or make somebody laugh because I'm actually a total goofball. And you'll see it as these book clubs. I'm going to get a little goofy, and yeah, you might enjoy it, or you might just think I'm lame. But I don't care if you think I'm lame. That's all right. I've been called worse. Thank you. So let's move on. Any decision to change your life comes from a deeper feeling of wanting something different for yourself. That's pretty respectful. This desire to change your life often creeps in you when you start to awaken to the idea that all a part of your life is no longer fulfilling and you no longer, and it's not serving you. So you basically, what it's saying here is you're tired of it. You're tired of all the crap. I don't want to, probably can't curse on here, but man, I like to throw some F bombs, but I don't think it's safe. I might just, they might take me off. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't understand all the rules, but I'm going to try to keep my language to a minimum. My dad growing up, boy, um, he had a really, really uh had pretty strong language, I guess is the way to put it. Um, and he had a great heart though. Good man. He actually dealt with alcoholism himself, but he was a good man. And even as a kid, I noticed that. I knew that um he was a good man, you know, but he had an addiction and that was to alcohol, unfortunately. Um, so basically what it's saying here is it no longer fulfills you your life. You're tired of it. And when you get like that, then it's time to change and you can do it. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, please. It's bull crap if somebody tries to tell you otherwise, because you can do it. You're totally in control more than you can ever imagine. And if you ever need, if you want to, if you wish to comment on here, please, I'll try to help my best. I'm no um professional counselor, psychiatrist. I'm not. I just live the life of addiction, and I'm just living the life, everyday life. Again, this is not just for addicts. It's not just for the mentally those who have dealing with some mental issues. Um, recovery. Um, it's not just for that. It is just basically it is for your daily life that happens every day. And yes, these ailments that we all may have um is tough. And I'm hoping it helps any kind of ailments that you may be going through with these readings. Um with that, let's keep going. No serving you Oh, so what they're saying here is some people feel like that this may show up as a simply wanting a life that is free from clutches of fear and anxiety. For others, this feeling may show up as a wanting a life that feels more purposeful and directed. Um, yeah, you just basically you're tired, as I said, and you don't want the anxiety, you don't want the struggles. Um, There's always gonna be struggles, always, every day. You're gonna have a great day, you could have a bad day. Life throws all kinds of curveballs at you. It's how you deal with it from within, not up here, from your heart, from within, that is gonna get you through it. Um, a lot of times, um, and I'm gonna move on because it talks about this as what I'm about to say, so I'm just gonna move on. Um those of us who take action are the ones who begin the journey of discovering the deeper meaning of life. So, um, when you're tired, and this is no, yeah, I got there. No, I didn't. I'm still getting there, so I always will. I'm I feel better about life. I'm able to deal with it better without numbing myself, without whatever it is, I'm still doing it, just still learning myself. So I don't have all the answers at all. Some days, whew, I have to struggle. So what I do is, like, when I'm struggling with life, something happens. Something could be catastrophic. Something could be, I lost my son. Um, Something might go. I go to my books. I meditate. Um, some people, meditation was so hard at me for me in the beginning, but I started as you get, it's like a muscle. Um when you train yourself to do it, um when you train, you eventually see some results, right? So when you just constantly meditate, and at first it's horrible. I was like, I can't do this, man. I'm too much. I think too much. There's too much going on. The cat made a noise. The cars are coming by, or whatever. So just practice, practice, practice. For me, it's meditation in my books, and it helps. It might be something else for you, but make sure it's healthy. Those of us who take action are those just talked about that. If you want to shift your life in your direction, in this story, if you want to start aligning yourself with these forces, then you must start by claiming your power back. Don't give up. Simply put, do not give up. Claim your power. Be who you are. Get there, and you will. You have to be ready and willing to stand up and take responsibility for your life and your actions. Um, whew, and own every thought, experience, and feeling as you chose it. Again, I'm gonna get emotional. It took me a long time to admit to myself that I had a problem. I was egotistical, and when you start to take responsibility for all these things, um, you you start feeling better. It's almost like a cleansing. So keep that in mind. Take responsibility for what you're doing. It's nobody else's fault. I'm sorry. Now look, there are situations that you might have been traumatized, whether it had been in the war. I cannot speak for that. I can't speak for abuses. I am not here to even do that and say, oh well, just get to that point. But no, no. But all this is telling you that you have the strength and you have the power. Um, trauma situations are no doubt the hardest things to get over. But if you can find it within yourself to try to deal with it and use your power that you have more strength than you even know that you're capable of, and you have to utilize that. Otherwise you're going to be stuck there, and I know many of you don't want to be stuck there. So start not taking responsibility. How about with this being said, maybe um doing some reflecting on it and just know it's not your fault. It was never your fault. And for those who served who are tuning in, thank you for your service. Um, you did that for us. You did that for our freedom. So I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. Again, comment either on YouTube or on here, and let me know what you think, or if anything I can help with. Again, I'm no professional. I'm not here to claim I am, but maybe I could say some things that'll help. All right, let's keep going. You have to be ready and willing to stand up and take your side. I just said that. And this is the next thing is about who you are. Who are you? You're essentially composed of a soul, a mind, and a body. Um, that's basically, in a nutshell, that's what we are. Um, are you the voices? And I think I talked about that mind chatter already. See, I jumped ahead. I think I stopped, but um there's a lot of thoughts that race through your mind, and you're not those thoughts. You are not those voices. That is something that I will probably mention in all my book readings, probably daily. And I'm always going to leave with a closing remark that has something to do with that, because mind chatter is happens daily. And a lot of times mind chatter is negative. And this whole section, I basically can tell you, because this has helped me big time. I highlighted a lot, but I can pretty much talk about this. Your mind chatter is a lot of negativity, a lot of egotistical, a lot of lies, a lot of things that bring you down. That's what your mind does. So if you just sit there for a second and this watch some of the stuff that come in your brain, in your mind, it's exhausting. It usually brings you down. It's not who you are. So what you need to do is you have to try to sit back just try to sit back for a second and listen to all the stuff that comes in your head, and just look back and If you can get there, you look back and say, wow, this is horrible. This is not what life is supposed to be. I am not this. I am not that. I went through this, yes, but I am not that. Okay. And then you're going to have some memories come back that you have to kind of let go. So a lot of people are afraid to deal with some of that mind chatter, which is some trauma, things like that. But oh, next to that is going to be all that other stuff. And I say to you, be an observer of that and just try to reflect on it. And, sometimes I laugh at it. I do. It's like, what the hell? Where did that come from? I'll be just like, if I'm in a shower or something, or I'm doing something at work, or I'm just walking upstairs for the matter, and all of a sudden, boom, something hits me. It's like, yo, what the hell was that? And I I have to laugh because I'm not even thinking that. So that's your mind chatter. Just observe, sit back and observe it. Try to um bring that mind chatter and put a positive spin on it. Reflect on it. Very important to do because you have to do this daily. I do it daily. Um, As the observer of their thoughts, you have the control over which thoughts you choose to believe and which thoughts you choose to ignore. Okay. Many of those are going to be ignored, and you're going to, again, trauma in certain situations. It's not something you can ignore, but it is something that you have to deal with, and you can't numb yourself. And that's the scariest feeling for a lot of people, including myself. It was. At any given moment, you have the power to change the thoughts flowing in and the thoughts flowing out. Again, control you more stronger than you think. You have total control over it all. Um, Please remember that. At any time, at any given moment, you have the power to change the thoughts flowing in and I just said that. Thank you. Sorry about that. Even though you are not if you want to give the most attention to the shape how you view your life and the world around you. Enough. Let me reread that. Sorry, that would just didn't make sense to even me. Even though you are not your thoughts, it is the thoughts that you hold on to or give the most attention to, that shape how you view your life and the world around you. Um, that's pretty much spot on. Um, there's not much to say on that because it's very true. And we have a little bit more here, and then I think that's good. That's going to be good for the first reading. You can kind of see where I'm going with all this, is mainly what I wanted to do for the first reading. Um, let's see here. What makes your physical body come on? Simply, if your life force energy, it is your life force energy, excuse me, the energy of your soul that is the true energy of who you are. Even though your physical body has a pulse, it is your soul that animates your body and brings life to it. So, yes, we have this physical being, and yes, it has a pulse, but it's not, how big your muscles are. That's all ego. It's not, um, it's not, excuse me, even if you have a handicap or anything like that, that is horrible, horrible, but that that soul is there still. And um you have to realize that that is that voice that always speaks to you, um that speaks the truth, not the mind chatter. Don't confuse what I'm saying. All I'm saying is a lot of times when you think or you make decision, it's all from the head versus the heart. Listen to that heart, listen to inside. um To live a positively, whew, I shouldn't have highlighted that because I can't even say it. To live a positive charged life, you have to learn how to balance your mind, body, and soul and allow them to operate as one. In order to do this, you need to allow your soul to be the guiding force. As I said, just like I just said about your soul and your heart, all in the same thing. Um, So you have to make sure that your heart and your soul drives you to that to enlightenment. Okay. When you allow that to happen, if you allow any of that to happen in your life, you're gonna see change. You're absolutely gonna see change. It did it for me. Um, I think that's gonna wrap this up. If I said anything to be offensive to anyone, I do apologize. This is not by no means a book reading to insult anybody, to give you absolute. It's I I do this to give people hope, to make people realize that you are in control of your life and you can do this, and you're not alone. You absolutely not alone. Excuse me. Um, so that's gonna wrap up our first reading. And like I told you, I like to leave, and I'm cheating. Um, but I'm gonna leave you with a something to think about. And I'm gonna do this every day, and it'll. I guess I was gonna do the same one over and over again, but that gets pretty dull probably. So I think what I'm gonna do is try to make a statement at the end of the reading to basically align with the chapters and stuff that I'm reading. So with that said, it says, "Do not allow your mind chatter to make your decisions. Go straight to the heart and soul, and will always guide you in the right direction." I want to thank everybody for tuning in. As I said at the beginning, if you wish to subscribe, fine. I'm not buying. If you wish to donate, fine. If not buying, um, I would like for you guys to come back, please. Um, I'm doing this on a weekly basis as of now. Once the platform's done, we can go live. We can talk about it over. You put on the headset, and we're hoping to get our own headset at one day. That's what I my ultimate goal is to do that, and you'll be able to sit down in the comfort of your own home and get some support. And as you can see from our website, all the other things that we're offering. So thank you very much again for tuning in. Until next week, we will see you then. Have a great night. Have a great week. Have a great day.